Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
Well, we hope you had a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and if you celebrate anything else, we hope that was merry as well.
Yeah.
If you celebrate by going to a movie on December the 25th, if that's all that means to you, which, by the way, I have done.
Merry December 25th.
Yeah, whatever.
I believe they call it a Jewish Christmas is when you do Chinese food and a movie.
Is that right?
Yeah, because those are the only two things that are really open on Christmas.
I remember in Calgary, I did went to see The Desolation of Smaug, the Lord of the Rings prequel,
Ooh.
and it wasn't great. But you know what? Honestly, that was the least stressful Christmas I've ever had. It was great. That part of it was great. Yeah. So anyway, whatever it is you celebrate, whatever, it's welcome to December the 27th. We're super pumped to be here for a Best of Clips episode. Now, we're going right back into the annals of history.
The what?
The annals.
Oh, no.
Balls.
The Ann balls
Are
of
we
history.
No.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, I guess we're going balls deep into the annals.
That's right. Hey,
he said it.
No?
Now, this is from Jesse. We compiled this list from Discord, right?
Merry Christmas.
Now, I on purpose have not watched most of them. Steve doesn't know any of the ones that we're about to tackle. Jesse, have you seen them all?
I've watched them all, yes, because I had to
Okay.
put them together.
Now, if anybody wants to bring up a highlight clip, because we're always going to be doing best of shows from time to time, so if you ever want to drop a highlight clip into the Discord, where do people go for that?
So if you're familiar with our Discord, on the side, there's a bunch of channels. Now there is a Best of SDP channel, and it's been filled with a whole bunch of clips, and many of them you will see here today.
Ooh.
Incredible. So, the first one is Steven reacting. Now, you know Steve as Leaf fan reaction guy.
Yeah.
Guy who yells.
Got my old man glasses on.
But he took that major skill that he developed over many years, and he reacted to a tweet by one Jim Matheson, formerly NHL by Maddie. Have a look.
It makes sense.
It's stuff Jesse
What about
understands.
covering the Oilers since 72? I don't know. Anyway, at age 21, Auston Matthews is the youngest player ever to achieve this feat, besting the previous mark set by Wayne Gretzky at age 22. And that feat was being the 12th player in NHL history to record multiple points in each of his team's first 5 games. The last time it happened, Patrick Marleau was the one who did so alongside Joe Thornton. But Auston is the youngest player ever. Now,
Wow.
Incredible.
That's, man, considering the 80s existed, like that's pretty
cool.
incredible.
That's pretty cool. Now, Jim Matheson tweets.
Well, that's pretty cool. So saith us biased Toronto folk. But what did totally level-headed, unbiased, bipartisan, whatever Jim Matheson say?
Can we just put a halt on the hysteria surrounding Matthews and Riley here? Besting Gretzky and Orr feats, because Morgan Riley also beat a Bobby Orr record, which was so, I don't even know if you could call it a record. It's just like, here's a 5-game stretch where Bobby Orr did really well and Morgan Riley did better.
It's a very specific.
Very specific.
No, it's most points by a defenseman in the first 5 games of a season.
Like, who's tracking that?
But
The NHLPR Twitter account.
yeah, and the record goes Morgan Riley, then Bobby Orr, Paul Coffey, Borja Salming. Like, it's a great list. I think it's worth noting.
That's a pretty good list. But not good enough for Jim Matheson.
Can we just?
Can we just?
He gave us a can we just. Can we just?
But,
Well, then I didn't even finish the tweet.
oh,
Yeah,
great. I want to hear the rest of it.
Can we just put, I bet you do, a halt on the hysteria surrounding Matthews and Riley here, besting Gretzky and Orr feats? We've played 2 weeks of the schedule, folks. If Matthews gets 216 points in a season, call me. If Riley gets 47 goals in a season, call me.
Well, Jim, put that ringer on because we're going to be calling you by February at this rate. Auston Matthews is never going to slow down. And he hasn't, really. The stats community confirms it, Jim. Adam, can you start that tweet again?
Can we just?
Can we just?
Oh, put a halt on the hysteria surrounding Matthews and Riley.
Hysterical over Auston Matthews. We can't get enough of him. We can't get enough of him. Adam, I want you to do me a favor and say something for me, okay?
Sure.
Say Auston Matthews.
Auston Matthews?
Hysteria! Just can't get enough. He's incredible. 9 goals goals? Are you shitting me?
For everyone listening,
And 3 assists? That's crazy.
took off his shirt and threw both shoes at Adam.
His undershirt's a little small.
And I white shirt shrunk. And this is what I wear under my jersey for the LFRs that I just never changed after this morning.
So Salt Bay entered the room.
Yeah, seriously. You are so.
Oh, that dates it, eh? That dates it.
He looks exactly like Sophie. Oh my
Are you
god.
saying I fill out a white V-neck nicely? Thank you, Jesse.
What I said.
Thank you, Jesse.
I think-
That's the second nicest thing you could say to me other than Auston Matthews. I didn't want to throw it at you because you have a hot drink.
It was, no,
Jesse, I forgot to
Could've gone really
grab
badly.
a third.
Steve, do you remember taking off your clothes in the Fan 590 studio?
No. I don't. I remember the clip. I don't remember doing it. I don't have the same photographic memory for our show that I do for like the Leafs
Hockey?
and
Yeah.
stats and things of that nature.
Man, I
Hey, if Auston Matthews or Morgan Riley ever do the single least achievable thing that's ever happened in the sport, call me. What an unreasonable take.
216 points. Call me when he does that.
If he has the greatest single season of all time, you call me. You hysterical Toronto people when citing a record that happened in Edmonton.
Oh, good.
Like, oh my God. Very good.
it's funny. And
Did I
man-
hurt you?
No, you didn't hurt me.
with the
with the
shoes?
shoe.
Yeah.
did.
That's why, like, I didn't whip it. You could see
I
I
don't-
shot put it in.
I don't remember this.
You know?
I don't remember any
Oh,
of this.
wow.
I remember none of this. Like it's so funny. You know, people will come up and say like, "Hey, you know, do you guys remember that moment?" And I will look at them blankly and go, "I do not." You know, you think about it. How many episodes are we into this?
800?
We got to be in
I
the
don't know.
800s.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about that. The average episode's like an hour and a half. So
It's a lot of content.
It's a lot, and I mean, that was 4 years ago. That's 2018. Forget.
That was only 2018?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. October 13, 2018.
He's got the dates.
Yeah.
God, there's something about COVID. Like, that's the 40s.
It feels like
That's
that.
Don Draper's in the studio next door.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Also, your Salt Bay was really nice. I thought, well
yeah,
done on
so-
that.
I thought
And you know,
so.
I forget, and I miss Jim Matheson because it was really funny when he got hacked. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was quite funny. Like that Twitter account became even more hysterical. But then he came back, and I don't think he's the same. Like that was a gold mine
Yeah.
for years for us.
He's tamed it down on purpose, I think.
I don't think anyone ever really confirmed whether or not it was him the first time or if he's even back. Like,
Yeah,
it
do
could
we know
just
that
be-
that was actually him?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it's got to be 100%.
I'd like to learn after all these years that it wasn't.
That was just some dude.
Oh my God, it's Mr. Booth. Oh my God. The longest long con in NHL history. Mr. Booth being Jim Matheson the whole time.
So he's got, at that point, he had something like 25, 30,000 people. And then he obviously at NHL Vet, and by Maddie was that account. Now he's Jim Matheson NHL. He's got less than 7,000.
Aww.
See, this is where I need the hot take machine to fire up again for Jimmy. Cause that was fun. Those were fun days.
Yeah.
Just wild shit that was thrown out against the wall. It's like, what'll stick?
I loved it.
We'd
Anyway.
come on here once a week and read a Jim Matheson tweet, and it'd be a whole segment.
Yes.
It'd be 20 minutes.
It's amazing. It was amazing. and you know what, man? I got the sense if that authentically was him, you have to believe that he authentically believed what he was saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Now we're gonna queue up the next one here. And
I'm
this
not wearing anything under this shirt.
this
so-
one I do remember, and for a lot of people, and Robert Malloy, who manages our mods and is our community manager, who we love. Hi, Robert. Happy New Year. We have a lot of inside jokes on this show, and it was a reminder looking at this that it's been so long that since some of these jokes happened that a lot of people have never heard them before, and we keep referencing them, and it's like I feel bad. Like maybe you have no idea what we're talking about. So we're going to be a little bit better in the new year about being a little bit more inclusive of a new audience. Like how many people, when we moved into this new studio, had never even seen us in the Purelator truck studio? They're like, I found you over the pandemic. I had no idea. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Oh my God, they don't even know that one?
I think fully 30% of our audience came over the last 20 months.
Wow. And this studio right here that we're about to watch, that's the original.
That is the original studio. That studio doesn't even exist anymore.
Can we just talk about my outfit? Why did I think this was okay?
You do look like Super Mario here. You
I
are Mario.
I'm wearing a shirt with Mario on it, and Mario, sorry, it's Canadian and Italian. It's high conflict. I'm wearing a shirt with Mario on it, but I think unintentionally dressed as Mario.
Yeah.
With the blue shirt and the red hat.
Can you see my legs? Look how good my legs look.
Oh.
It's a younger
Adam,
man.
your legs still look good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
What's the seam?
The seam?
Yeah.
Yeah, what length?
What's the measurement on the seam?
How many
now?
fingers?
You know what? I don't actually know that. So this one is about
he does.
Steve.
He's
No, I
avoiding
don't.
it.
I don't. Now, see, this
It's
one's about.
It's a pinky.
This is September
-2.
13, 2016. So Jesse, you started our YouTube account in February 2016.
Yeah, that year.
So there can't be that many views on this. And Jesse used to only record pieces of the show, and the reason for that. 12,000. Oh my
He had
God.
to get up twice a show.
Oh my God. And yeah, he'd have to there were rules on the cameras at that time, Jesse. Can you please explain what you used to have to do?
So there's still rules on cameras. If you have a commercial camera that's it's an SLR, so it's not meant for videography. It's just meant to take pictures. It can only record up to 30 minutes because if it's a video camera and it records over 30 minutes, then it's subject to other import laws and taxes. So most cameras can only record up to 30 minutes. So our podcasts are usually 2 hours. So at the 30-minute, we're around 29 minutes every episode, I walk up to the camera and I reset it and I reset the recording. So in this clip, if you're watching the clip, you'll see me get up and it'll go black for like half a second. And that's me walking towards the camera to reset it and start the new timer on the 30 minutes.
I feel like our first Tim and Sid episode, Sid was like mid rant about something.
And Jesse gets up.
And not just Jesse gets up. The screen goes black. Then Jesse gets up because he's like, oh, the camera's off.
Oh, absolutely.
And then to avoid that, I came up with, hey, let's put 2 cameras there, and then I'll offset their recordings. So one starts a little afterwards, and then I can switch to that camera in post and then go back to the other. So I do that here, but I don't know what I was thinking that day. The secondary camera, it goes black as well after. I think it's in this clip where this happens, but yeah, it goes black as the second camera goes black.
I also want you to know that Jesse used to have to get up and grab battery packs out of the wall. Because here's the thing, all of our cameras in here, they look like the same sort of cameras that like your dad would bring to the Great Wall of China, right? Like it's sort of like the big Nikon that, it's definitely too expensive for a family camera, but your dad's a photography nerd. That's the kind of camera that we have.
God, that's so specific. And right.
And so we're able to plug them in now. They never run out of battery.
Yeah.
But back then, that's not our studio. We didn't own that studio. That's a backup studio, and we used to set up every time and tear it down every time.
And every now and then you'd like forget to plug a battery in and you'd be like, oh shit.
I own currently, I think it's like 9 cameras for Nikon 5200. 9 batteries, sorry. For
Nikon.
Nikon
I was
5200.
going to say, we could sell some of
No,
those.
not cameras, sorry.
Yeah, we
batteries.
don't need all those, man.
Just because we reached a point where I was like, okay, let's order double the amount of batteries so that we never run out for an episode. And I think we're up to like 9 or 10.
Jesse and I
like
would be doing
$500 worth
Jesse
of
and I,
batteries.
we'd be doing the afternoon show together at KISS, and Jesse would be charging the batteries.
Yeah. I had a whole power bar just for the battery packs, and they're always charging.
Yeah,
You sound so old.
I know,
It's like 4
but
years
it wasn't.
ago.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, literally like 3 years ago.
And then we moved to a new studio, and we're just going to give you the whole update on the thing. And then we got what Jesse has now, and you could show the camera, Jesse. I don't know if you want
can't.
to. Oh, you can't show the
What
iPad?
am I showing?
The iPad?
Oh, the iPad? Yeah.
Yeah, so we have
I
a
can show an
switcher now
iPad.
where Jesse actually is able to drag and drop whatever camera angle he wants to go into.
Yeah.
So can you change camera angles for us just for a second?
Sure.
Do it on camera?
Sure.
So like you see, so Jesse
So it's a little delayed, so like you can't really see me switching in real
so
time.
you'll see
But,
him drag and drop, and then the camera angle switches. And that's how he does this live in studio, which I think is kind of cool,
You're
right?
so impressive.
Yeah, he does this while we're ranting.
He's so impressive.
It's amazing. Anyway,
One day we'll have a guy.
let's talk. Yeah, one day we're gonna have a guy. Hey, that's why we had a network, so we can get some people.
I do it because of circumstance.
Yes, absolutely. This will not be like this forever. We are scaling up the network as you speak. By the way, this is a story, and we reference this all the time, so I apologize if you didn't get this before. Steve has an unreal, crazy fascination with James Reimer. He also,
What's wrong with that?
if you've seen his LFR videos, which I know you have,
What's wrong with that?
he also loves dolls.
What's wrong with that?
And so when you combine an unhealthy love with a player and a doll, what do you get? And that is what this clip is all about. Steve paid $60 for a James Reimer action figure.
It was limited edition. That's why it's $60.
Jersey, right?
No.
You don't?
No.
What kind of fan are you?
He has lots of dangle
I bet he does, yeah. He's got a couch made of a Dangle jersey.
It's a chair.
How long you play for the Leafs, Steve?
Now that's a jersey foul. You know James Reimer?
How is that a jersey foul?
It's a jersey foul for you personally.
I have a James
Like me
Reimer.
not having a Doug Gilmour jersey.
I have
You
a
nuts?
James Reimer hockey figure that I paid $60 for. Don't you tell me I don't have a James Reimer jersey.
Did you pay for that at the height of the James Reimer market?
It's a rare jersey. No, it's a rare figure. They only made a certain number of. Don't laugh at me and my feelings.
You paid $60 for a picture.
I'm sure everybody's gonna
I
watch
paid
that.
for it
That
with
rare
all the
James
money I
Reimer.
saved and all the free shit I've got at him. The fruits of my free shit getting labor.
Why did you pay so much?
Eat it,
Why did you pay so much?
cause I love him.
Jesse,
And now he's gone.
Jesse, you know when the day
You think I don't know that?
when the market on James Reimer
I'm glad
Adam, you can't talk.
I'm glad the mic is blocking
your
your
vote's
face.
coming in, Steve.
So when you resell that in 15 years and you make back your $60,
I'm never gonna sell it.
it's going to be good.
I still have it. Can't wait to get your wedding invite, Adam, and just respond, go fuck yourself. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Do you own any other
Have a
expensive
time
figurines?
capsule in?
Yeah.
I have a Darby Hendrickson rare figurine.
Darby Hendrickson! Darby Hendrickson did not just sign a 5-year contract with the Florida Panthers!
Wow.
Your Matt Stajan figurine
I
cost.
don't have a Matt Stajan figure.
Actually, I would like
He's
one.
still playing, by the way. He's had a hell of a career. Oh, you sully the name of Matt Stajan.
Was that $45?
No. I'd pay more than that.
I got this wicked Dmitry Kristich card.
I should walk out.
By the way,
Walk out.
Did you get a Matt Finn one?
yeah,
When he was there?
oh,
Wow.
good one.
There's
Good
a
one.
name.
He never even played in the NHL, Jesse.
Steve, do you want to tell the class about your latest purchase?
What?
Do you want to tell the class about your latest purchase? You can do it in the Ultimate Warrior voice if you want.
My latest purchase?
Your doll.
You didn't buy that
It's
one.
not a fucking doll!
Your
It's
latest
a figure!
It's a doll.
It's a
You
figurine!
didn't buy
thing.
your latest one.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I thought your mother picked that one up.
Oh, the card? The Phil Kessel card?
Oh, this is a card. I
Yeah,
was
she
thinking
got
of,
me.
yeah.
Like.
Oh,
from
she
the
got you
flea
full
market.
Kessel card. Okay,
Yeah, it was
that's
cute.
nice.
Yeah,
See,
it's
that's
a
nice.
cute little mom.
Acceptable. Totally acceptable.
I bought a Josh Donaldson figure.
Well, thanks for giving your endorsement.
And I also
Adam, that
bought
it's fucking
a
acceptable.
Team North America Aaron Ekblad figure from Toys R Us, which I wasn't that embarrassed to do until they asked me if I wanted a gift receipt, which I did not need because
child
I
you were
was not
giving
giving
to-
this to a child. I was giving it to myself.
Shout out
These
Toys
two
R Us.
figures combined, by the way, were less than $60.
I was gonna say, how much did you pay for your not rare Aaron Ekblad?
they were $20 each.
Why
Only
Aaron
20
Ekblad?
Because I, you know my weird thing that I do where I have a picture with someone and then I put the figure underneath
Yeah.
them. I have a picture with Aaron Ekblad.
Okay. Hold on. So Jesse,
Fuck you.
So,
Fuck you both.
Steve,
Fuck the both of you.
Steve paid for a rare. Steve just threw his hat at me. A rare James Reimer
In both
figurine.
clips, Steve
But
throws
the
things
not
at
rare,
Adam.
only gonna wear this jersey once. Aaron Ekblad probably going to the Hall of Fame. I know that's a bit early.
That's not how rarity works, Adam. They only made a certain amount of the fucking things. What about that? No, you get. Go ahead and try to go buy a James Reimer figure.
I think-
Are they hard to find? Yeah, that's why it's so expensive.
I think the
Fuck
point.
you.
I think there's a lot of people looking for them.
I think that's the point. Is desirability.
I
Steve.
think James Reimer's mother, probably.
Yeah, aunt, uncle.
Hey there,
And
Dave.
Steve Dangle.
Hey there, Fest Chuck.
Oh, that's a
That's throwing it
callback
back.
too.
That's like
You guys are bullies, is what you are.
You could not
Yeah,
go
yeah,
much
we
lower
can
than that,
pause
by
that.
the way.
So there's a couple things there. Number one, as long as we're talking about technical difficulties that we used to have, so we used to be able to see none of us because the screen would go black, but we could never see Jesse at any point ever because there was always either his microphone or my mic stand
In the
your
way.
face,
Yeah.
blocking your face. The other thing is, does anyone remember the Dave Feschuk story? Because that's a throwback. Do you remember?
No.
Do you remember?
Oh wait, that's where he called James Reimer's mom about an injury.
Yeah. So James Reimer was the Leafs starting goalie, and the Leafs were being very ironically, about his injury because he had an injury. That was the season where he got hit by Brian Giunta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and they weren't, I guess, disclosing exactly what was wrong with him, and there wasn't like an exact timetable. So Dave Feschuk's like, well, she lives in a town. His mom lives in a town of like 150 people. So I'm just going to look her up in the phone book and call her and ask her. And he wrote a whole article on it. That was, I don't know, 8 years ago now?
wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
It happened. It
Wow.
happened. Oh, is the clip done?
The rest is just yucks
Yeah.
about you doing figurine
Yeah,
stuff.
we can
so
move on. This is a good one.
I'm excited for this next clip.
So
I have no idea what this is.
we used to, and we still do from time to time. We used to take a break from hockey stuff and just tell you about just wild stories that came up that we thought were interesting.
Oh, I just looked at the title.
And this one is by a pseudo influencer by the name of Levi Maestro. This is from November 1st, 2016. And this is when influencing really started to take off. And this guy is, I have to tell you, like, of all the influencers I've ever seen, he's the most influencer, right? He's the most that. And it's because he says a bunch of stuff and says nothing at all. And Jesse, let's talk about how he's trying to sell the watch and trying to get, I think it's a Kickstarter for a watch that does not tell time.
and at the end of this, I have an update on Levi Maestro.
Oh, I'd love to know where he's at now.
Now, this is nothing to do with hockey, but I'm bringing it up anyway because we brought it up on the show yesterday and it was hilarious. And Jesse, God bless him for finding this. Okay, so Steve,
We all look like we're
do you wear a
14.
watch?
No.
You don't wear a watch. Jesse, do you wear a watch?
I am wearing a watch right now.
I normally do. I'm not wearing one today, but I normally wear a watch. How would you feel about a watch that doesn't tell time?
That's a wristband.
He's already mad.
Or Steve.
Pause it for a second. Pause for a second. Steve's already upset.
You're right. That's the thing.
Okay, so this show is in total, I think the show is like a minute or an hour 42 long. Steve's at an hour 43 or hour 34 in. So we've already been talking for 90 minutes, and Steve brings that kind of energy. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't get tired.
Here we go.
Representative of your commitment to following through on projects that you commit yourself to.
What?
And also a piece of art.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me introduce you to, and this is his real name, Levi Maestro of Los Angeles, California.
Levi Maestro has never had a non-douchey thought in his life.
Levi Maestro of Los Angeles,
Levi
California.
Maestro is made up.
He said,
Levi Maestro is the new kid in town on Gilmore Girls.
he's
Levi Maestro is the new South Park villain. Levi Maestro is definitely the new artsy kid in Hey Arnold.
Oh,
Levi Maestro is a made-up fucking name.
well,
no way.
Levi Maestro has a Kickstarter campaign and a 2-minute video on why you need to buy and support him, $40,000 support him for the Infinity piece. Let me run through it with you.
Time is irrelevant when you're dedicated to what you love. That's what I believe, and that's why I created the Infinity piece. A watch with no clock. It's art, and for those who have heart. See, I'm really into watches, but not for keeping track of the time. Time is the most valuable thing we're given, and it's best spent on the people and the things we believe in. I began this design with the intention to communicate that when I give my heart and my word to something, then my energy, my love, my mind, and of course my time become infinitely dedicated. In 2009, I began documenting my life in a series called Maestro Knows, which took...
This video should have started with, do you feel like your tattoo isn't expensive enough?
Yeah.
Here's a new piece of artwork from Levi Maestro.
So he's explaining...
Levi Maestro, that's SmackDown's greatest new tag team.
That's actually really good.
Holy smokes.
What I love about his argument on why you should buy this and what this represents is that it's a watch with no clock. it represents the fact that when I'm committed to something, I'm committed.
All you
And
need
then-
is soft xylophone music, and you can say whatever you want.
Soft xylophone
My
music.
friends told me to start this project as a dare. We wanted to see how many stupid, douchey hipsters we could trick into giving us money. Turns out the answer's a lot. So we're going to go ahead and continue to do that, and we're going to fund our project. Asshole.
Well, here's the best part. Now, Levi has now gone from telling you what the watch is, which is not a watch. Oh, but sorry, it is a watch. It's a watch with no
but
clock.
it doesn't tell time, which is called a broken watch.
now,
No, it's not even broken. It doesn't even have that
it doesn't have a
feature.
clock. It has no arms. It has nothing that would tell time. It's literally just a flat, circular, golden
You know
surface.
who had one of those? The Power Rangers. That's what it is. It's a medallion on your wrist that you summon a Zord with.
Now, let Levi tell you a little bit about Levi.
In 2009, I began documenting my life in a series called Maestro Knows, which took me around the world telling the stories of many amazing creative artists and global brands.
Is he a YouTuber?
Oh, for sure.
In 2012, I founded Become. And since then, we've shipped several thousand orders worldwide, all from our little base in Los Angeles.
Several thousand.
I think what people choose to wear on their wrists.
This is where you get a guy to tell you
whether
how
you
great
choose
this
a very
is.
expensive brand or a very inexpensive brand. It's all vain in this day and age. And when I look down at my infinity piece, it really reminds me of why I do what I do.
When I found this watch, it was really the embodiment of what design can be. You know, design is about the functionality, but it's also and mostly about the meaning.
I decided to make a Kickstarter campaign because I wanted to see my multi-year passion project reach its full potential. Raising funds will allow me to hire several employees who will be instrumental in helping Become reach everyone out there who's as dedicated to what they love as I am. People like you. This campaign will also allow us to manufacture a special edition Infinity piece that puts our purpose in the spotlight. This version of the piece will have our motto, when you're dedicated to what you love, time becomes irrelevant, engraved on the center dial. A unique take on our simplistic design, only available here on Kickstarter.
Simplistic. We
So
have
back our
a new-
campaign
Here,
if you
Adam,
believe
Adam,
that
Adam. Here, guys, can you mouth some gentle xylophone music while I talk? Everyone has cars. There's cars driving around the city.
What
all the
is
time.
that music you're trying to
Guys,
do?
I don't know
Get
what you're
away from
talking
the
about. I
hustle
think
and
that's
bustle
great.
of the busy city. If you need to get away from the rat race, you need something a little more simple to remind you of a simpler time. Introducing this new car with no fucking tires. It can't go anywhere. You just kind of sit in it. Look at it as a couch that's made of metal and is out on the street.
But it represents your commitment.
But it represents your commitment to spending money on dumb fuckery.
Now, this watch, by the way,
Have you ever
this
wanted
watch
a
not watch
Tamagotchi? You don't
retails
have
at
to take care
$150
of it.
American.
You're tired of feeding it and cleaning up its poop. It's just sort of a brick with a screen and nothing on it. That's what this fucking product is.
You're getting upset about it
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, I can't believe you're getting upset after friggin' an hour and a half. How about 5 years? Still mad, Levi.
So you were saying it costs $150. Do you want me to update you guys
Please,
on what
I wanna know
Levi
what's
Maestro is doing right now? So I went to his Instagram. This is a post from December 4th, 2016. So when was this video?
This would have been right before that. It would have been November 1st, 2016.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this happened on December 4th. Levi Maestro wrote, I am sad to write this note stating that today, Becoming, his brand that makes the watches, will be going on an indefinite hiatus.
Become, by the way.
Become? My bad.
Not become,
I'm sorry.
Become.
I'm sorry, Levi. Become. We'll be going on a indefinite hiatus. I very much appreciate all of your support over the years as you made our world go round in a very beautiful way. Although this moment is bitter for me, I take great pride in having created something I feel is perfectly imperfect. The infinity piece is an awesome symbolic reminder to appreciate people and things while they're around, because you never know when they may go.
Is that a passive-aggressive slide at the fact that nobody wanted to buy his watch?
I don't know. It's really. Listen, you
It
gotta
didn't
respect the
last
hustle.
very long.
You gotta respect the hustle. That dude is like, okay, here's what I'm gonna make. A bracelet. It's a bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wristband.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm such a good talker. He's so
He is a
confident.
good talker.
Yep.
He's confident in his talking so much where he's like, I'm gonna sell a wristband like it's a watch, and I'm going to charge $150 for it, and it's going to work. And he was right for a time.
He was.
It seems like he was right for like a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
That was that time. That was that period in time, man. That was like influencing at its most basic, where it was like, this is literally like, there was nothing to it. There was no substance. It was just a bunch of people spewing fake positive nonsense. And it's funny, after, a crazy 5 years, and it has been a crazy 5 years since then. Little did we know. It's funny how fanciful that seems in retrospect. You know what I mean? There's like that used to pass for content, but the world got fucking serious right after that.
And in retrospect, you know what? Let him have his wristband.
Yeah, honestly.
He wasn't hurting anyone.
I mean, it was silly,
I
but
don't know.
let him have his watch.
It's kind of stupid.
It is pretty dumb, but
yeah.
It's the car.
I
with
think
no
the problem I
wheels.
had with it is I felt he was ripping people off. That's how I felt about it, but that's their problem, not his.
yeah, I mean, he wasn't stealing from them. They had to punch in all their credit card information and everything.
Yeah.
My
100%.
problem with that era was that everybody tried to start a Kickstarter for everything. It was like, hey, we're going to do this movie with these people, and here's a Kickstarter for it, and you got to pay for the product.
Right.
And it was the Kickstarter era, and he was among them, where he's like, I'm going to kickstart this watch. That's not a watch.
Didn't they try to make a Kickstarter Mortal Kombat movie? And I'm like, I feel like Mortal Kombat
Probably
has the money for
Yeah.
That should be able to find you should be able to find a budget for that.
this. Yeah.
Or
there's-
it's like, I just got an idea for an invention. Here's an image of it, and you pay me $100,000, and I'll go find people to make it.
Yep.
And I don't know. People just got a bunch of money, and they never had to deliver on their promises.
I signed up for a drone, and I thought this was so cool. It would attach to you like a wristwatch that didn't tell time. It's called the Infinity Drone by
it's a
Beacon.
drone, but
No.
it doesn't
Okay, what was
fly.
I know.
It's made of Lego.
But
It
this
sits on your shelf.
this drone was actually really cool because it was supposed to follow you around, and you would set the thing on your watt or on the piece that you would be given. So if you were like doing water sports, or if you were walking your dog or whatever, this thing would do like circles around you, and you get these really cool angles and stuff.
Was it made by the army?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was such a great idea, and it was all automated, and then they shut the project down, and I got my money back, and it was such a bummer. I was like, man, I would totally have bought this. That was something I was.
Maybe the army did get a hold of it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. They just scrubbed. It's like Extra Skater. They just scrubbed it.
Nope.
No,
Don't
yeah,
have it.
yeah. So anyway,
I forgot about Extra Skater.
I know.
See, we got to provide context for that.
Extra Skater is the original fancy stats site, and the guy that ran it was hired by the Leafs, and as a part of the deal, they paid him to scrub the site.
Yeah,
It was the
publicly.
original. It was what's that?
Publicly, I bet they still use it.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I bet the Leafs still use it.
Yeah, 100%. Now,
Our next partner is a product that you can actually use every single day, and it'll make you healthier. Athletic Greens. If you want better gut health, if you want more energy, if you want an optimized immune system, and you want to get rid of those big weird pill things that your grandfather uses, it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, you should definitely check out Athletic Greens. So what's in this stuff? With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This blend has a special amount of ingredients to support your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All these things. It's pretty amazing. Let's talk about your lifestyle, because it's good for every lifestyle. Whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, you can do that. Tons of people take some sorts of multivitamin, and it's important to choose one with high-quality ingredients, and that's what you get with Athletic Greens. And it costs you less than $3 a day. That's right, less than a coffee. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with a convenient daily nutrition additive, especially heading into cold and flu season. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements, and you're going to feel really good too. To make this easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-boosting vitamin D and free travel packs, 5 free travel packs for your first purchase. All you have to do is go to athleticgreens.com/SDP. That's it. Again, it's athleticgreens.com/SDP to take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
let's move on to Smart Insider Man. I cannot believe this clip is almost 6 years old.
No way.
February 23, 2017. In February of 2022, this clip, I believe, will be I guess that's 5 years.
Matthews and Marner's rookie season. Wow.
18, 19, 20,
Anderson's first year
21,
as a Leaf.
22. It's 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was poking fun at. Was it at NHL Rumor Mill or something like that? Rumor Break or something like that. Rumor Break. So basically, Steve gets upset because every time, this is back in the day, you have to remember, every time that account, for whatever reason, tweeted something, people were like, "Wow, it's going to happen." And we had discussed, and I don't know if we discussed it in this particular clip, that really only one person ever outside of the insiders broke a trade, and it was Brett Lebda to Toronto, and it was on Reddit.
Yeah, no, it was on HF boards.
HF boards. So that's way back.
But like for example, the other day as we're recording this, Mr. Booth posed as NHL player safety and got a bunch of people to believe that Jason Spezza was suspended 12 games. Well, at very least, he posed as a credible source. This is some random account with a random name, and people were like, "Is this true, Steven? What? Where's the truth?" And I said, "Where's the truth? Where's the truth? You can't handle the truth. Stop tweeting me rumor break." I'm sorry. Fine, I'll slap my chair. Stop tweeting me rumor break. What's rumor break? Some dude. Some dude. Stop it.
Is it a guy just making it up?
There's all those fake pages on like Facebook. They'll be like NHL trade time or something.
Send me a list.
Those
aggregators.
Send me a list of verified accounts that have broken anything ever. Send me a list. It'll be very short. The last one I can think of was some guy on HF boards. Mm-hmm. I want to say in like 2009 or something like that. Said, "Hey, a neighbor had a tip that maybe the Leafs were going to sign Brett Lebda." And people booed him off of the site, and I think he basically got like banned. And then a month later, it turned out to be right, and everyone was like, "Oh, sorry, man. So randoms are on a bit of a slump since then. They're on a bit of a slump since Brett Lebda in free agency. Stop tweeting me randoms.
The worst too with these aggregators, and I have a few of them on my Facebook, is that they're
not aggregators. They make stuff up.
Well, no, these ones are specifically aggregators. So it'll be like Elliot Friedman will come on.
What's up?
I can't believe I was literally about to be like, "Well, he's not an aggregator, though. What he does is he just..." And then I said it.
Everything you said to tee up this clip is what you said at the time.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
I don't remember it.
So let's keep going.
This station.
Oh, boy.
And then he'll be like, "Well, I think Carolina's going to trade Ron Hainsey." And then it'll be like, "Breaking news, Ron Hainsey on the market."
Yeah.
And they won't source it. And that, I mean, I understand that that's a big problem with the internet, but like, could you be more blunt?
We linked to it, though.
Well, no,
you know good and well no one clicks it.
They didn't link to it. They never linked to it. They never linked to it.
Oh, maybe we're thinking of
different
people.
And it's like, and I guess it would just, well, probably a different source, but.
Like here, someone goes, this is never going to end. And they send me a rumor break link. Let's see what this says.
What's rumor break saying?
# breaking. First of all, breaking.
Breaking has to be actual news, not a rumor. A rumor is not breaking. A rumor is a rumor.
Whoa, Leafs and Canes discussing a huge trade. Hannafin and Nylander have been brought up. Again, just talks. Shut up! If it happens, hey, I'll be the first to be like, y'all should follow Rumor Break. But until then, shut your face.
You know what? From now on, we're doing Rumor Break. What Rumor Break is saying today. What else is Rumor Break saying?
What else is Rumor Break?
Yeah, first of all, right up until the trade deadline, we're doing Rumor Break rumors.
The more concerning part is all the comments underneath. Wow, interesting. LOL, disappointing D-man for a proven forward with elite potential. So, Patrick, why are you even humoring this person?
Patrick, you know that's not going to happen.
Oh, get off Twitter. Oh, I'm sure. From Mike Fail, do you come up with these rumors after huffing your own farts?
Mike Fail's amazing.
Okay, someone gets it.
Let's read. Oh my God, I almost passed out.
All right. Yeah, read some out. Read some out.
Oh man. He says this. I report what I hear.
take it with a grain of salt. We'll try to validate my rumors with others before tweeting it.
Is this NHL? NHL
No,
underscore
it's rumor break.
Oh, NHL rumor breaker. Paul Ranger signs with the Toronto Marlies. That's the last trade from NHL rumor maker.
You nailed it. Well, I think I might have broke that.
What is it? Rumor break?
Yeah, rumor break, and rumor is spelled the wrong American way.
The American way.
Oh man, Leafs and Flames have had minor. It's all caps. Talks. R.E. Weidman. Per source, Weidman has not been asked to lift his no movement clause. So, Leafs and Flames have had minor talks. Not talked about often. Leafs basically traded away Roman Yossi. Traded a second rounder for Perreault.
Stay off
That's
of
Yannick
trade
Perreault
trees.
to Arizona, and Arizona traded it
My
to Nash.
turf.
Trade trees are my thing.
Oh my god.
Stay off of my turf.
Did you know that was happening?
No.
Wow. You didn't know that?
You didn't know that?
I thought you were queuing up the clip that was about to happen.
That's Steve is the same person.
You are a broken record.
Wow.
Man, trade trees have been going on that long too. How wild is that?
I want to know if anybody listening to this podcast is just like, this podcast has just been Steve saying the same 8 phrases for 8 years.
Sidney Crosby has custom-made pants.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's one of the first episodes we ever did.
And that's something you say quite often.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Because he's got a big bum.
From earlier, I guess it's against Winnipeg. Nylander is bad, though. Buds all day. Nylander's celebrations are amazing. Now, I'm sure he's being sarcastic, but I got to be honest with you. Are you taking rumors from a guy that writes Nylander is bad, though? Like if Nick Kyprios wrote Nylander is bad, though. I don't know if you would take would you take him as seriously?
Just everybody. It's some guy. Might be some girl. It's some person.
Some person, 10.6 thousand followers.
That was the thing.
Hearing the Flames are quietly shopping Sam Bennett. He is available.
No way! Whoa! That's nuts! Stop it!
Did you know the Leafs and Flames had minor talks re Weidman?
Wow!
Per source, Weidman has not been asked to lift his no move.
Stop it! Stop! Stop! Over 10,000.
Anyway, it is fun around this time.
I'm going to start my own.
You are?
I'm just going to be like, smart insider man. And I'm just going to start making stuff up and just see how much I get.
That wheeze from Adam, by the way, is my sign to go for the kill. Because, he was trying to move on. I cut him off, but I see that he's on it. He likes it. He's for it. And so I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It's time to... There's all these paths I can go down. And then his laugh there directs me towards a certain path, and I'm like, okay, I'm no longer picking and choosing. I'm sprinting down this
Okay, all right.
I remember at the time not thinking this bit was funny because we should have moved on. And through this,
I know.
See, I don't laugh at your smart insider jokes. I was like, we should have moved on from this topic. It's way too long, but we sit there for another 6 minutes and we keep going.
I thought
because I'm crying, laughing.
Yeah, I'm almost so close to tears now. Let's keep going. I love this bit.
Please don't take that handle so I can use Smart Insider Man. The NHL's #1 source of breaking news. And breaking is only spelled with a hashtag in front of it. Smart Insider Man.
I felt that's so funny.
Friedman times Chris Johnston.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Plus John Shannon. Do the math. Smart Insider Man. The most trusted name in NHL news. That's my new thing.
I actually have tears.
Adam is tired.
I'm really tired. Oh my god.
Jesse, will you send a follow to Smart Insider Man?
I will not.
Why? I am the most trusted
You
name
love
in
this
news.
bit.
And hey, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because you never know. It might not happen. It might just be garbage.
So hold on. If you tweet,
This is also when Adam was working
take everything
8
I
jobs.
say with a
That's
grain
why
of
he was so
Smart
tired.
Insider Man tweets.
If Smart Insider Man tweets,
Do you want to tell us why you're so tired? This is a day where you had the 4 shows.
So we
You
used
used to
to
have
do,
the dumbest day.
Yeah,
ever. Like,
I
don't
want
know why
everybody to know what kind of exhaustion you're feeling in this clip.
So this is what I think we did Tuesdays and Thursdays back then.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so basically my day would start at breakfast television. I would be in at 5:30. I'd be in at 5:30. You got to remember, like, you come in, you're in like your Lulus and your like old t-shirt, and then you have to change, and then you have to go to makeup, and then I had to like record a few segments, and then I had my first live hit at 6:40, and then I would be on the air there till 9, and then I would bounce. And then I would go directly on Tuesdays to Channel 1, which was a Rogers, what they call a Barker channel. And so if you still have cable, it's the first channel when you open up cable, and it would be me on there going, "Hey, here's the great stuff you can find on Rogers on Demand." And it was so backwards back then because like the cable part of Rogers still thought that they had a future, and I think they still do. But like cable's gone, right? We're all going to streaming. We know that, right? But back then it was like, oh guys, I mean, like, we can't do that. So I remember one day, and this is just as an aside, we had the opportunity to promote the brand new launch Sportsnet Now app, where you can subscribe and get all the content you want for just $25 a month. Thought that was a solid deal. Or we could promote the fact that if you bought this package, you would get TSN 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you have to remember, this is Rogers that owns Sportsnet. And the Rogers people said, let's promote TSN because we can't promote people not being on cable. So we promoted TSN over Sportsnet.
Are you allowed to tell this story?
Yeah, I don't care. Fuck them.
This is Adam Wilde.
I remember sending an email and going, "Are you guys serious?" And they're like, "Yes." And why are you asking? Host. I was like,
host.
I was like, okay, okay. So anyway, I would be there till noon. It was like a 9:30 to noon.
You really liked it too.
Oh my god! Well, the crew was great, but we shot it on one of these cameras, and they're so obsessed. Peter, I love Peter. His name is Peter Schmieden. He was the director, and he was so obsessed with lighting. Peter now runs a massively successful YouTube channel and TikTok account, and it's about science. So if you ever see a guy come up and goes, "Have you ever wondered what would happen if a volcano ate a rabbit?" Like it's literally just like outrageous, outlandish
I haven't,
questions.
but now I have.
Yeah, but like it's these outlandish questions, and they'll get like 1 million views. He's fucking killing it. He's unbelievable. But back then, he was the director at Your World This Week, is what it was called, and we would have to do every shot, and we had to wait on our last set of shots. It was on.
Awesome.
It's on fucking.
Here
it was
it
on
is.
King Street in Toronto, and there's a streetcar on King Street,
This
right?
is trauma. Why did you do this to
Oh, I
yourself?
hated
No,
it.
no, Adam, continue.
So
this is the best
so
part.
here's the part. Was it King Street or is it? It's Peter and it's the old Score Studios.
It was
Peter and Adelaide.
Richmond. Which
Peter
way?
Richmond?
Which way you
It
go?
was the
Yeah,
corner.
Adelaide or Richmond.
Yeah,
one or the
so
other.
right across from the Westinghouse building, and so they would have streetcars.
No,
coming up
it would have been King Street.
King Street. Oh, it was King Street
because
okay.
the streetcar only runs on King.
Perfect. So it was on King Street, and this fucking thing. Okay, so I'd have to wait for, and this is without a teleprompter. Sometimes I had to wait for the streetcar to hit, so we'd have movement in the shot behind me. And if I fucked up the shot, I had to wait until the next streetcar came before I could do the shot, because he loved streetcars in the shot. And I'm not kidding you. Every time Peter made me do that. Every time.
I would have been there 5 hours.
Oh my God. It was
Oh
just
my God.
brutal. And then, so that's just.
And anybody who knows Toronto Transit, that streetcar can be inconsistent.
Oh man.
Who knows when the next one's
Sometimes
coming?
there's 14 of them together. I remember when there was like a huge lineup once, and I'm like, Peter, they're all stuck, so I guess we're doing the shot, aren't we? And he's like, yeah, I guess. He was like upset because the track, something had been derailed or something. Anyway, long story short.
And this is Channel 1?
Channel 1.
The channel that you...
And
That
they
is
were-
on when you turn the TV on and then change it immediately?
They used to love to tell me, they're like, that's the 14th most watched channel in the country. Like, you're getting
Damn.
enormous exposure.
That's cool.
Yeah. And
okay, but no.
But yeah, but no one's watching. I get it.
But no.
But no.
Have you ever turned on the TV and just gone, I don't know, let's see what this guy has to say.
What does Rogers on
What
Demand
should
have?
I watch? Let me listen to Adam Wilde for 5 minutes. And here. Let me turn my Nielsen rating thing. Okay.
There was an era where people would just tweet you, be like, "Oh, you're on my TV."
Yeah, because I'd be on in like a bar or something, right? Or like in the Rogers lobby. So anyway, long story short.
dude, at Real Sports, you're on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do you like my video? Oh, I didn't hear it.
No, it's just you're there.
None of my friends ever heard me, but
So I'd be there till noon, and then I would rush over back up to Jarvis. So I went from Dundas and Young to King and Peter or whatever it was, and then I went back to Jarvis and Bloor, and there was one of two things happen. We either recorded the podcast before or after the show, and it looks like on this one it was in the evening. So we would have a show with Blake from 2 to 7. I do a 5-hour radio show with Blake, and those are not easy shows. They're very, very tricky.
It was too many
difficult.
hours.
And
you can't
then,
be doing 5-hour radio shows.
No,
like that.
no, 5-hour radio shows. They're just too long. And then obviously at 7 o'clock, Steve would show up. We'd get off the air, and Jesse would set up. Actually, about 6:30, Jesse would start setting up the studio, and then we'd go and we'd do 2 hours. Yeah, so the day would start at work at 5:30, and I'd end at 9 p.m.
You're a maniac.
It's still like that. It's not any different now. It's just I have a little bit more control over it. I'm choosing to do it because the SDPN takes a ton of time and outside of this, and so my days often don't wrap up till 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but you're able to do a lot of it from home.
Yes.
Your daughter's there. Your girlfriend's there.
Yes.
You're in, your sweatpants or underwear.
Yes.
It's
100%.
You're not constantly driving around the worst city in the universe.
Yeah.
like the worst commute city.
Remember
in
that
the
white
universe.
Infinity I had? That was that little G37. It was a fun car, but I barely remember using it, although I drove it miles and miles every day, like all the time. Anyway.
See,
how do you not have brain damage?
Yeah, you always talk about your poor memory, and I think a lot of that has to do with a lack of sleep and working.
You've been awake since
14 hours a day. You should remember some moments, Adam.
So I think I've said this on the podcast before, but
what are our names?
I watched a TED talk about sleep, and it was like, they were like, here's all the bad things that can happen when you don't sleep. Yeah, I was like, check mark, check mark, check mark, check. It's like, you'll lose entire months of your life and you can't remember what happened. That's me. You don't remember Christmas or your birthday. Yep, I don't remember those either. You'll miss major life events. Yep, 100%. You're chronically tired and a waste, basically, after 9 o'clock.
I'm glad I took lots of pictures of when Leo was born.
Can't remember.
First 3 months, the only thing I remember about it is it took forever.
So that's the closest comparable I have.
I don't remember shit.
Everly being born and those first 6 months with no sleep, that's what it was back then. That's what it was.
That shouldn't be.
But if I wanted to keep my job at Breakfast Television, I had to do Your World This Week. And if I wanted to get paid a regular wage, because the BT was not paying me very much. And in fact, I did the first 6 months completely for free. They didn't pay me at all. If I wanted to continue I had to do the radio show. And if I wanted my passion project, the SDP, to continue, I had to do that too. It was like BT never paid me very much. Like it was to be honest with you, it's the reason I got an agent. They refused to pay me. And then my boss at the time said, you better get an agent because our company is quite literally going to say no. And my agent came in and said, you're going to have to do this. And literally it was token money. It was nothing compared to what I was doing. It was crazy. I was ripped off. And that's what unfortunately happens early on in your career, frankly. But the other side of it was I got to be on fucking Breakfast Television and it was amazing.
Well, exactly. And you got to invite your friend on like twice a year.
Yeah, which was
You
great.
wouldn't have done it if you didn't feel like it was worth it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Free
Financially,
muffins?
it was not great. But
free muffins.
But I made great money in the afternoons, and that was okay. And then we made some money on the SDP, very not huge, but it was fine.
More than I ever thought.
Right. Yeah. And so I just thought like, okay, well, I'll accept this for a little bit, and then, but and one of these days I'll come out with it in the book. But like, I'll tell you why I left Rogers. Like there was, and it's not like any company's any bad or good. It was just like my contract.
I'll tell you why I stayed.
No, it's just. That's not a slight against the company. It was my particular business situation where they were like, we don't want to pay you more. And I said, well, that's a problem for me.
I like this as a time capsule because, if you're listening, you wouldn't have been able to see it. But a bar came across the top and it was Steve opens up about getting help because it was right around this time.
Yeah.
And by the way, I started seeking help because we were many months into trying and failing to have a baby. That's how long we tried. Right? That kid's he's only a year and a half old.
Damn.
He's less than a year.
And when is this clip, Adam?
This clip is Smart Insider Man, February 23, 2017.
2017. Wow.
It's a long time, man.
Started in 2016.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Long journey.
It's a time capsule, right?
Yeah. I like the time capsule because this is the era where I wear a hat every day.
And then you would put
show.
you put the peace sign up every time you smiled.
Peace sign in every single photo. And I'm so happy that era is over.
There is more to this bit. If we can rewind it 30 seconds, let's play it.
Let's go back.
I hope the last part of that was interesting. I feel comfortable talking about that now. It's been a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's nothing at
What are you
stake
gonna do,
anymore.
get fired?
Yeah. What are they going to do?
No, exactly.
I'm right. Thanks.
No, let's promote TSN over the brand new Sportsnet Now app.
So I guess we can finish this clip and then wrap up the episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
The most trusted name in NHL news. That's my new thing.
I actually have tears.
Adam is tired.
I'm really tired. Oh my god.
Jesse, will you send a follow to Smart Insider Man?
I will not.
Why? I am the most trusted name in news. And hey, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because you never know. It might not happen. It might just be garbage.
So hold on. If you say take everything I say with a grain.
Sorry, if I tweet or if Smart Insider Man tweets.
If Smart Insider Man tweets, take everything with a grain of salt. Does that mean don't take it seriously until it's true and broken by an actual legitimate source?
I think this might be garbage, but listen, if you throw enough out there,
something's going to be right.
If you hit on like 5% of the things you throw out there, and you throw out a lot, people will remember you for the 5%.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey, you know what? I am going to take this with a grain of salt, but one time, Smart Insider Man called Brett Lebda to the Leafs.
on the hockey boards.
On HF boards. 8 years ago. And because of that, I am going to go with this Smart Insider Man report.
Now,
rumor break is chopped liver. It's all about Smart Insider Man.
That should be your bio. Rumor break rumor break is chopped liver. It should be like literally that
breaking.
line.
There's a new insider on the block, and it's Smart Insider Man with a mysterious identity. The may or may not be me.
It should be a profile picture of you, like one of those darkened out things, and then a question mark in the middle, like who is Smart Insider Man? You know what I mean?
But it's
Jesse's finally
it's
smiling.
a picture of me in my room, but only I'm cut
I started
out.
making the Twitter account.
Oh,
that's what I'm doing there
in the
now.
background, and all the toys and pictures of me with people. Who could
Someone
ever
ended up
know
making
the
that.
identity of
Yeah, it was
Smart
me. Right,
Insider
I think at the end of
Man?
this clip.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Oh my god.
We'll never know.
Oh my God.
He has no identity, only the truth. That is all Smart Insider Man is. Smart Insider Man is all over the Shattenkirk trade.
The suggested
That
video at the
hasn't
top
happened
was
yet,
do the
so
Leafs
take
have
it with
cup
a
winning
grain of
depth.
salt.
How do you categorize your rumors in terms of like how close they are to happening?
Oh my goodness.
So how would Smart Insider Man actually, like, you know, sometimes with Eklund, for instance.
Yeah, he's got the E1 to 5 scale.
Yeah.
First of all, 1 to 5 is so old and out. Smart Insider Man has a scale of 1 to 8.
Oh.
Which has 3 more levels of truth. And it's not an E, it's a sim.
It's a sim.
Smart Insider Man.
Sim 1, Sim 2, Sim 3?
That's right. And right now I'm putting Shattenkirk to an NHL team that isn't the Blues at a Sim 6.
I was right.
You were right.
Went to the
Should have gone to the 8.
Which isn't to say it's going to happen. If it was going to happen, it would be a Sim 8.
Smart Insider Man was right. Sorry.
And I don't throw those around flippantly.
You're not just throwing 8s at people.
No, you need
Sim
to be...
8s are like, you gotta know.
Man,
you gotta know.
I have the burden of truth on me.
Right.
I can't just flippantly throw Smart Insider Man 8s around.
Smart Insider
People are
Man has a
looking at me-
reputation.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a person, as an unknown entity on Twitter who won't even put their own face out
If
there.
I hear a rumor from a source that I'm not that trusting of, I might give it a Sim 1 or Sim 2. Just letting you know that Smart Insider Man heard a thing or two. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I mean, we're not talking about a Sim 5 or 6 here.
Here's my question. When people create these, and there's tons of them out there, how do they how does no one look at that and go, okay, so this random person who doesn't want to be named and doesn't want to make any money off this really valuable information that companies pay lots of money to have, broadcasters specifically pay lots of money to have on staff.
Always
doesn't
bring
lose
that
any
up.
money for it, and all of a sudden has connections with all 30 NHL teams.
Well,
31, actually.
Adam, I want to know when it became about the money and not about the truth. Smart insider man gets his payments through informing the public. Doesn't need payment.
I can't wait for this. Can you please start this account?
Smart insider man?
Yeah. Jesse, can we register Smart Insider Man?
I'll get on.
He's like, I fucking hate
on
you
it.
guys.
You gotta start an
This is
Instagram account
12
too. that
minutes
links,
in,
so
you
can have
guys.
Listen,
little-
hey,
Get a new bit.
you guys are blowing my secret here. This has to stay in this room.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. It's a good thing we didn't.
No one can know
Smart Insider
about my secret
Man.
identity, allegedly. A smart insider man.
Oh man. Okay. So I just want to say one last thing.
So we come.
Want to say one last thing about that. Do you know how NHL Rumor Break ended? Do you remember?
Yeah, didn't they
Faked their own death?
say they died?
And that their friend logged on and they're like, Smart Insider Man, thanks. Not Smart Insider. NHL Rumor Break wants to thank you for all your support, but he's dead. It was like,
I will be taking up the mantle of Rumor
that's
Break.
right.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it was like, okay, bro, you're like 14. It's all right. Just say I was fucking around with you guys.
Yeah.
What blew me away is he
Or
had
say nothing. Just delete it.
just delete it. Yeah, but oh no, there's got to be a spectacular death at the end.
10,000 followers.
Yeah,
for
man.
making shit up on hockey Twitter.
I have to go now. My home planet needs me. Tick, 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 off the screen like Poochie.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this one. We got another episode coming out in a couple of days here on our normal schedule, at least as normal as possible. Just follow SDPN on Twitter and you'll get the notification, or sign up on the SDPN app.
Keep looking for the truth, everyone.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.